after you finish the speech, another member, very particularly looking at your project, will give feedback on your speech as an evaluator. So, before inviting the first speaker, Toastmaster Samuel-san, I'd like to ask his evaluator, Toastmaster K-san, to introduce Toastmaster Samuel-san's project and objectives. Toastmaster K-san, please introduce them.
Sure. So we have two English speakers, and their project tonight are both Icebreaker. Objective of Icebreaker is introduce yourself and begin to conquer speaking in front of people. So those are main objectives. And if you have received textbook, could you give it to me?
I didn't receive it, but I looked on Google.
You didn't
I prepared using Google.
I didn't
Okay.
receive it. So, in case of, do you have a textbook? Okay. Oh, okay, sure. Anyone that I can borrow?
Textbook in English.
I just want to know the time. It's like a
5 to 7 minutes.
4 to 5.
Thank you. Okay, so please make sure that you bring CC manual whenever you have a prepared speech.
Okay, thank you, K-san. Okay, please invite Toastmaster Samuel-san with a big applause.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Madhyapasan. Yes. Hello, everyone. So, as Toastmaster Kiyosan explained the purpose of Icebreaker speech, let me introduce myself first. Please note that this is my first public speech, so I hope to receive a lot of feedback from all of you. Good feedback, bad feedback, both are okay. My first name is Sameer, last name is Bode. I'm from India, Mumbai, to be specific. I've stayed in Japan now. This is my 15th year. I still like it here. I came to Japan purely for work, like every other Indian IT engineer. I worked in the financial services industry, and 1.5 years ago, I started my own company, which is still very small. What brings me to Toastmaster? Very similar to Mike. I don't have confidence speaking in public, especially among a large group. I have spoken among large group in a company setting, giving presentations, talking about work, but spontaneous responses are poor. Today is the first opportunity, so you're not alone. So that's about me in brief. Okay, I prepared one topic actually for today's session. I'm not sure if that fits within the objective, but I'll just go ahead with it. So today I would like to share with you 3 turning points in my life. The first turning point is when I graduated from high school. Second turning point when my son was born. And third turning point when I decided to really become entrepreneur in Japan. First, when I graduated from high school. So I graduated from high school in London. Like my elder brother, I was not a great student. I barely got grades to just pass on and move to the next. So by the time I was in the last year of my high school, somehow I managed to get top grade. I have no idea how that happened. But anyway, I got it. And after graduating from high school, like my friends, I started thinking, okay, what should I do next? Go to a university, top university in India, top university in US or UK. But somehow I felt inclined to study away from home, within India, of course. So my parents were worried a lot because I'm the youngest, so I was always pampered. So for them it was a big risk. But I convinced them that let me study by myself, away from home at age 15. Somehow they agreed. This was a turning point for me because that was the time when I really realized, oh God, there's no one to look after me. I'm independent, I have to take care of myself. And if you're the youngest, then you can understand how difficult that is. Second turning point, when my son was born, my first son. So in July 2012, my wife said to me, I'm pregnant. My response was, great, now what? So I was very happy and excited that I'm going to be a father. I was independent at age 15, learning to take care of myself. But I had no clue how to behave as a parent, as someone who someone look up. Anyway, I thought I'd figure out later. 36 weeks passed by, my son was born, he came home, and from that point onwards, my way of thinking changed. Every decision I had to take, I had to think about the impact of my son, his future. Third and last turning point. Then I decided to become entrepreneur in Japan. Fast forward to 2014, I finished working in banks, senior people. But I always felt myself working, fixing problems, addressing challenges. So I didn't spend much time in the companies to focus on my title or growing the ladder. I enjoyed doing that. I did my MBA, went to Harvard Business School for a small program. And after that program, I really realized that, okay, I would like to do something on my own, just because I want to give it back to Japan. Because I had a few hardships in Japan, and during each hardships, I received a lot of support from Japanese people. So that's when I realized that being entrepreneur is not about making a lot of money. But if you decide that, okay, this is something challenging I want to do, so I can give it back to the society, I would like to do that. That was my third turning point. Why am I sharing all this with you? Just want to share with you what I learned unknowingly. What I learned is, if you really want to be an entrepreneur, it takes a lot of preparation. It's not just, get someone to fund, get an idea and work on it. You have to be prepared. Your family has to be prepared. They have to understand why you want to do that. And if that still works, everyone takes their own time. It took me 15 years. But once you decide it, then you're good. That's all.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Samir-san. Wonderful. It is natural speech. Okay? Please take 1 minute to write comments for Toastmaster Samir-san. Okay, the second speaker is Toastmaster Mitsuo Togashi-san. Before inviting him, I'd like to ask his evaluator, Toastmaster Hinata-san, to introduce Toastmaster Togashi-san's project and objective. Toastmaster Hinata-san, please introduce them.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters.
Good evening.
So we're going to welcome Togashi-san's icebreaking speech. And the concept of icebreaking has already been explained to you by President Lee-san. So I just want to focus on one thing that I hope will make yourself clear. Why you're joining those Toastmasters and what you are looking forward to gaining from being a member of this club. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hinata-san. Okay, please a warm welcome to Toastmaster Togashi-san.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Welcome, my TNC fellow members, and welcome guests. I am truly honored to be here, having speaking at this club. This is going to be my real first English-speaking speech as an icebreaker. I never done this kind of thing before, but I'm going to give it a try. First of all, I'd like to say a real thank you to my best friend and my respectful mentor, Waki Watanabe, who is sitting right over here. He introduced me about this club a little before last, I think it was probably last February or March. And without his offering me his information about this club, I wouldn't be able to know this club at all. So I admire him, I really appreciate for that. And to briefly introduce myself, my name is Mitsuo Togashi. I still have my two nicknames. One English name is Mike. Another nickname is Spanish name Miguel. It just all those come from I just derived it. I just made it from my first name Mitsuo. M-I. Sounds close to me, Mike Mitsuo, so I made it. And Mike is spoken as Miguel in Spanish. So that's how I just made it up. I used to use those nicknames when I was in the United States, while I was in Canada, just for my convenience. And my best friend, what he calls me by Miguel, so he can call me as Miguel as well. Mitsuo or Miguel. Togashi is kind of fine, but kind of different. So, and what I'd like to share, I'd like to tell you about the topic of my theme of my speech is that have a little courage and curiosity when you go to a new place, when you meet with someone, like you kind of hear this as an example. When you have a little curiosity and courage in your mind, when you have a chance, when someone gives an offer to come like this kind of meeting or a new place, you can jump up and you can get involved in the new experience, and that would shift your life. It opens up your mind in many ways. And so to comment on that topic thing, I'd like to talk about briefly three of my best friends in my life. One is, of course, Waki Watanabe is one of them, but I have two other best friends who I know them a lot, who I like them a lot. And one is, to relate with to this Icebreaker speech, what I must say is, to me, meeting with them, with my best friends, opens up my way of thinking, opens up my perspectives, to go somewhere I've never before, like this TNC club as well. And so to briefly, the first one, my best friend is, he is a singer-songwriter. He's a minor musician. His name is Kurosaka Masaru Kurosaka. I met him when I was in junior high school in Nagasaki, which was where I was born, Nagasaki City. And I luckily constantly went to his concert when I was about 15 or 14 years old. I was probably amazed. And I got impressed a lot. I loved his music. I loved his lyrics and words. It touched my mind so much. So since then, I became a big fan of him. And one time, Mr. Kurosaka, he released a music, English live music CD. The title was called Kurosaka in Boston. And that was his concert CD, live CD, recorded in Boston, in the United States. And to read with this topic, there was a young, energetic man, young Japanese man, who was following with Mr. Kurosaka as helping him, his English interpreter, and also a tour coordinator as well. And that young man is now became known as a best-selling author, living a financial freedom life, Ken Honda. For me today, Ken Honda meeting with, Ken Honda was a mentor, Mr. Kurosaka was a mentor of Ken Honda. And as I listened to his English speech, I loved his English speech. He spoke like a real American, although he was just normal Japanese. I loved him a lot, so I told Mr. Kurosaka if I want to meet him, I really want to hear his English. And Mr. Kurosaka said, okay, sure, do you want to meet him? Oh, okay, so sure, that would be great if I can. And so he gave me his phone number, and I called him. I visited his home, and that was how I met him, just a little before when I went to the United States. It was a short time, but it was probably, I was 19 years old, right after finishing my high school. And I got inspired, and since then, I loved Ken Honda a lot, and he now writes lots of books, and I learned lots of perspective from him. So to conclude my theme with today's topic, why I came here, I want to improve my speaking skills, English speech, Japanese speech, and to come up here, if I didn't know Kurosaka, I couldn't meet with Ken Honda. And if I didn't know Kurosaka, and if I didn't keep in touch with him, I couldn't know Wadi as well. So to me, the first time was a small seed when you meet small, but this small seed, if you keep in touch, and if you stuck with it, keep in touch with a good relationship, then the seed will grow to the new level, which is why I can do this TMC club. Thanks, man.
Thank you very much, Toga-san. Please take 1 minute to write comments for Toastmasters.